Everyone, greeting of the day. This is Sashi Rekha. In this video, we are going to see armature winding of an alternator. Why we have to go for an armature winding of an alternator is because armature winding of alternator are different from your DC machines, right? And uh, why first we have to go for armature winding details. Then only you can able to understand the working principle of your alternator. And your EMF equation also deals with this particular armature winding. So you have to know what is armature winding. So basically, three-phase alternator carries three sets of winding. So it is 120-degree apart because I am getting an AC output, right? So this is different. And DC machine winding is closed in an alternator winding, while in alternator winding is open. That is, two ends of each set of winding are brought out. That's what in DC machine your winding is closed, but here it is not closed. It is kept open. In three-phase alternators, six terminals are brought out, which are finally connected to a stator or delta, and the three terminals are brought out. That's what. See, I am going to have an AC output with 120-degree phase shift of each phase. So I am going to take an output with the respective windings. Each set represents winding per phase. Per phase and induced EMF is each set is called induced EMF per phase. Here we are going to deal per phase because three phases are present in my output. So each phase I have to tell what is what. Okay, all the coils used in one phase must be connected in such a way that there is an EMF. EMFs helps each other. Okay. So I see with one particular connection I want my output, right, or three-phase output. So it should be connected in such a manner all or three phases are coming out in a proper manner. So conductor, the part of the wire which is under the influence of magnetic field. Again, you know what is the conductor. If you are going to give a magnetic field responsible for inducing an EMF, that is known as your conductor. The conductor are placed in the armature slots. So this is your turn. Armature winding. No, turn is very important. See, winding is a winding which is a current pass through main flux. This is called field winding. Voltage induced is called armature winding. I repeat, in winding in which a current is going to pass through is known as main winding, main flux. Then main flux is produced. It is called as field winding, and voltage is induced. That is known as your armature winding. What do you mean by turn is it consists of two conductors connected to one end by another end. See, one end is here, the other end is here. If it is going to be connected, this is known as your coil. So a coil is formed by several turns of your series. I want a coil means if this is one particular turn. This is one particular turn. One conductor you are going to connect it to another. So this is nothing but one turn. If I want a coil, I have to connect more. Multiple turns I am going to connect. That is nothing but my coil. And your winding. So this is multi-turn coil. This is single-turn coil. Only one coil will be there. Only one turn will be there. This is single-turn coil. This is multi-turn. Means more coils are present. More turns are present. So how my winding is formed is I am going to connect several number of coils. Okay, coil as there are number of turns in particular coil. It is called as single turn. That's what I told. Coil side. Coil side means coil consists of many turns. Part of coil in each slot is called as coil side or coil shown in the figure. This is your coil side of 1. This is your coil side of 2. I repeat, turn is nothing but you are going to connect a conductor this side and that side, right? That is turn. How many turns you are going to use? No, that is known as your coil, right? And these particular coils are used for winding. And where my coils are seen, this side or that side, no, that is not my coil side. So pole pith, this is very important. It is center to center distance between two adjacent poles. See, this is center to center distance. If you're going to see in this diagram, the center to center distance, no, that is known as your pole pith. We have seen that for one rotation of the conductor, two poles are responsible. For 360 electrical of EMF, 4 poles are responsible of, and for 720-degree electrical of EMF, and so on. So for only one particular rotation, 2 poles will be there. Why? Because I am going to have my 2 conductors. Here one conductor is there and here one conductor is there. No, for one particular rotation, one particular thing, these two poles are responsible. So for one rotation, 2 poles are responsible. It is responsible for 360-degree electrical of EMF. So 4 poles it is responsible, and it is known, and for 270 electrical of, and so on. How many you are going to have? If 5 poles is there, if 6 poles is there, according to only my angle, it is going to change. So one pole is responsible for 180-degree electrical. This is very, very important. In this diagram, you see two conductors are there, right? For one revolution, showing 360-degree. Okay, electrical, right? So for for 2 poles are using, for the 2 poles to give a rotation, I am going to use 360-degree. So for one pole, it will be 180-degree electrical. So 180-degree is electrical is called one pole pith. This is very important. One pole pith is called as 180-degree electrical. And a small example is given. This is self-explanatory. And pole pith is equal to 180-degree electrical. You are going to keep the slot per pole, number of slots divided by your P is nothing but your N. Slot angle, the phase difference contributed by one slot in degree electrical is called slot angle. Slot angle also plays a main role, because my output is 180-degree apart, means each phase is having 180-degree apart. No, so everything should be specified in the armature winding only. So only I am going to get a perfect output. So conductor is placed in a slot which are adjacent to each other. There will exist a phase difference. I want a phase difference of 180-degree. According to that, I am going to arrange my armature slots. So conductor is there. See, 2 slots. This is the slot. This is conductor 1 and conductor 2 adjacently. And EMF is produced, indicating of phase difference. Can you see the phase difference? So types of armature, again, single layer is there, double layer winding is there, full pith and short pith, and concentrated and distributed winding. These windings are very, very important. So only according to that only I am getting my output. So single phase means single layer, again only one coil will be there. Double layer means 2 coils will be there. So see, this is your single layer and this is your double layer. Two coil size are present. They are saying if you are going to use a double layer, more a lot of space is getting wasted in single layer. So practically we are going to go for double layer winding. Next, full pith means one pole pitch is 180-degree electrical, right? So the value of n slot per pole indicates how many slots are contributed to 180-degree. So in this diagram, see, totally you are going to have 180-degree electrical. Short means totally I am not going to displace. Full pitch winding means one conductor to another conductor you are going to measure. That is known as full. Distance away from first slot and the winding. Short pith means you are not going to connect to the last winding. You are going to connect in between. Right. So from number 1 coil to number 10 coil, it is not connecting. It is connecting in between somewhere 8 to 7. If it is going to be there, that is known as my short pith. See, this is my conductor 1. This is my conductor 2. So n number of poles it is going to have. If not, I am going to connect exactly at the end. No, that is known as your short pith winding. The distance of periphery of the armature between 2 coils. your coil span. What is coil span? Is the distance between the periphery of between the two coil sides of the coil. It is usually expressed in terms of number of slots. See, this is your short by one slot. So totally I am not going to give, this is my coil span. From here to here, how long my what is that, rotating magnetic field will be there, or AC output will be there. That is known as my coil span. From here to here, if you are going to measure, that is my full span, and now in between you are going to take, that is nothing but my short pitch. So these are the advantages of your short pitch coils. So it is going to eliminate high frequency harmonics. If you are going to use a short pitch, means my output will not reach up till the last end of my coil. Immediately where I am going to stop. If I am going to start with the 8th pole or 7th pole, there only I am going to get EMF. There only I am going to get an output. So frequency harmonic is going to be reduced. Again, eddy current and hysteresis laws also get minimized. So concentric and distributed winding. If it is known as concentric winding, three-phase, different set of windings are there. So it depends upon the total number of slots and number of poles. We have certain slots. If one particular total slot, if you are not going to use, that is known as concentrated winding. If you are going to use everything, means if you are going to use all the slots, all the conductor slots, that is known as your distributed winding. I repeat, m slots per phase. This m slot per phase, if you are not going to use totally, that is known as distributed winding. If you are going to, if you are not going to use, that is known as concentrated. If you are going to use totally, that is known as distributed winding. See, it is what said here. 3 slots per pole, X conductor per pole are placed 1 slot, keeping remaining 2 per pole per phase empty. 3 slots should be used in one conductor, but I am going to use only one. That is known as concentrated winding. I repeat, 3 slots per pole per phase available, but the conductor only one phase I am going to use. That is known as your concentrated winding. But if you are going to use everything, see, in conductor distributed among 3 slots per phase, the conductor is distributed in all the 3 slots, means that is known as distributed winding. Always my distributed winding will be used, because if you are going to use concentrated winding, the heat dissipation will be very, very less and large number of conductors per pole will be used. So distributed winding will be having a very important role, and it plays a major role. It is giving a proper output. And these are my reference, and thank you.